Welcome back to another week of... Wait, is this going to air in the same week as yesterday's?
I'm going to put it out today, so yeah.
Welcome to your back-to-back episode of Song Breakdown with Madecipha. We gave you the one yesterday, Hot Town, completely disrespectful. Today we're going to cover another one of Madecipha's groups, Righteousness Gone, the album Judas Christ.
For the record, Judas Christ actually came out before Completely Disrespectful. We were originally going to skip this one, but we decided to do it. So, this one came out a little bit before Completely Disrespectful. But we're gonna cover all my releases, so we figured might as well just do it today.
The song that we're going to go into is Azlin. I'm actually featured on this one, so this is the first week where I actually have a verse on the track that we're talking about. So we'll jump right into it. Do you want to play a script from it?
I think Anthro sets it off, so if you could skip it or just go straight to me, or
I'm gonna skip to the best verse on the track. That third verse it just melts speakers.
Shakes his mane, we shall have spring again. Wrong will be right when Azlin comes in sight. At the sounds of his roar, sorrows will be no more when he bares his teeth. Winter meets the death, and when he shakes his mane, we shall have spring again. The 6-1 assassin,
hottest verse.
like Rambo, Decepticon Diablo, wrapped in a Lambo, fucking with the best kid, heavily invested. Keep flapping lips, guess you didn't get the message. It's Eidolon, baby, the devastator's back. Righteousness gone, triple threat on the track. Time to take the trash out and lay the fucking smack down. All these rappers do is talk shit and always back down. Ferocious like a lion, past the point of crying. Welcome to your funeral, this is where you sign it. Take it to the street, blood splatter concrete. Triple crown status, you can't compete to you whack MCs. You all should quit rapping.
I think I got 68 home runs.
Take a hike back.
Career-wise.
Listen to my words and take it for a lesson. One-on-one with me, bitch, you wouldn't last a second. Wrong will be right when Azlin comes in sight. At the sounds of his roar, sorrows will be no more.
So that was my verse off of the song Azlin. There is 2 other verses on it too. Check it out. The album is Judas Christ. But let's get right into it. First question: who made the beat?
I think it was Anthro. So this song was actually done already with Anthro, Continuous, and Bad Taste with Kinetic Click. They had this song, and it was like a demo recording, and the hook was already there and everything like that. The name was Azlin, the whole thing. And when everyone went their own separate ways, whatever, Anthro was like, I don't want them using my beat. We should just remake that song, and you should add a verse to it, and I have a verse to it, and we kind of took the song and made it ours. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I never knew that.
So that's kind of how it happened, and you wound up taking the third verse. So instead of it being Anthro, Continuous, and Bad Taste, it became Anthro, Me, and You.
Where'd you get the idea for Azlin?
Anthro. It was all Anthro. He came up with it. He came up with the hook. This one was him.
I was gonna ask what album it came off of, but I kind of already covered that. It's the Judas Christ album. It is available if you'd like to pick it up. Also, it's on the YouTube channel. Type in Righteousness Gone, Judas Christ.
I actually listened to it the whole way here.
Actually, this is one album I haven't heard. I've never had this one in my possession. It's odd that this one skipped me, and
I'm
on it, and I never listened. I've heard songs off of it, but never
the whole way through.
Yeah. When was this recorded? And when was it released? So recorded and released, kind of 2 questions in one.
It came out on Easter Sunday, 2013. So it was 3/31/13. We released it at Stella Blues. I remember because I was kind of dating the bartender that worked there. And we kind of got into an argument, or we weren't. I went there with a different girl, and she was. I don't know. It was kind of after that show, I wasn't allowed to play there for a while.
I remember that.
Yeah, I got kind of kicked out of there for a while because the girl there, me and her had a little fling, and she kind of got me thrown out. Don't hook up with, chicks that work at venues that you play at. That's, don't shit where you eat. But that happened. It was the Easter Sunday Slaughter show, and it did all right. And yeah, because I was, who did I go there? I went there with Beth, and that girl was like tripping. But so okay, if it came out on Easter, almost April, one day away from being April, that means we had to be recording it for months. So at the end of 2012 we were recording it, and then into 2013 we were recording it. So, that's probably when, and then it came out right around April.
How successful was this compared to your other albums? Other Righteousness Gone albums, Church. And...
There was a first pressing that had like a what do you call it? Jesus. My ex-girlfriend Laura made me this Jesus demon at the Last Supper cover. We pressed up that with a couple hundred copies. I still have a bunch of them. Then we pressed that one up. The first pressing has orange spines. Then it had black spines. Which one's that?
Black Spine.
Alright, so that's a rare one. And then it has white spines.
SBR 002.
Yeah. And then it had white spines after that, so that's a rare one.
Nice. Who did the artwork for the cover?
Sartorius Fideli, Political Animals.
You still in contact with him?
Nope. Not at all.
All right, so the group Righteousness Gone. Me being in it now, probably a question I'd want to answer to too. Originally, when you sat down and you thought about Righteousness Gone before Anthro, like when you sat there one day and was like, "Hey, I want to do Righteousness Gone," like what in your vision, like what is Righteousness Gone?
Just like my version of like the Wicked shit kind of. Like I said, originally it was supposed to be a super group, so. I wanted us to kick like all horror bars, but I didn't know how possible that was going to be. And then seeing how difficult it was to do a group and to get everyone together, I knew that the super group idea wasn't going to happen. So at the time, Anthro was working with me at Toad's Place, and me and Lumino were kind of having a fallout, and me and Anthro were chilling all the time. So I kind of like took Anthro under the wing, and he was making dope beats. So I was kind of like, hey, we should do this project together, and he just it kind of just worked out so like that. But I wanted to make like a real hardcore, like sacrilegious wicked shit style, like like our version of Nada's kind of a thing.
Now you went from Righteousness Gone is there's two eras of Righteousness Gone, the era that you and Anthro did,
Yep.
and the era that we're in now.
Yep.
How would you describe the era that we're in now? What the music that we're recording now for the group?
Compared to the old one?
Just how has it transcended, like from what you did to what you're doing now?
It was a little more unorthodox with Anthro. His flow was a little bit like all over the place. He kind of had like the MF Doom kind of Vastier kind of flow, where you're a little bit more clean and everything like that. And the beats changed. They went from like samples to like now we're really spacey kind of composed beats. It's a little cleaner. So I think that we're like kind of on the same subject matter, to be honest, but just the sound, you know what I mean? From like Anthro making his beats to now Migs making the beats, and they just kind of sound like it just has a different vibe to it.
Yeah, I like because I'm in it. I like the new.
Yeah, I like the new one too. Obviously.
I think the sounds that we're gonna be like everyone out there hasn't even heard anything. Like we're the only ones that have heard it.
Yep.
The sound that we're gonna deliver to you is like nothing you've heard before.
No, I don't know anyone that sounds anything like that at all.
No, completely composed. The new Righteousness Gone.
Migs did a really good job on it. All the beats.
No samples. Like TT, like really put his all into it, and like another couple months we'll be able to give it.
Kind of like how ICP had Mikey Clark. Now we got Migs, and it's kind of working out.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Like ICP was dope without Mikey Clark when they were working with the guy Chuck from the Carnival of Carnage, but when they found Mikey Clark is when they really came into their own. You know what I'm saying? So like now that Migs is making the beats and everything like that, I just think that it's like going forward, like we could have just did it with, whoever. But I think Miggs actually has like a style for us. I think that like now
he's
now,
the third member. Like no one could see him. But
I think we have like a style. Like it's different than just like us getting a producer and rhyming over beats and making whatever. It's like now it's like he gave it the style. He molded it. You know what I'm saying? So because it's like all right, cool. We work with that. Like he gives it to us and we shape it. Like the slap of clay or whatever.
Every beat he gave to us for the album, we're just like, dope. Let's run with it. There wasn't one that we said, nah, this won't work. It was all.
No, there was one that he said he didn't like. He didn't like it. We liked it. Yeah. And he was like, no, I don't want you to use that one. And we're like, all right.
But yeah, Miggs is the third member. Righteousness Gone. Just he's in Canada, so he's never here with us for the videos. But you'll be hearing his sound very soon. But yeah, I think he's built for us too. He knows our style and he delivers that sound to complement our style.
I started rocking with him back in like To Whom It May Concern. He did one track on that album, and so he's been familiar with me for the last 10 years of my music and what I've put out and everything like that. So he knows how I rap real well and he knows how you rap really well. So he did his own thing on like trying to make it himself different than all other producers and yet still cater to our styles, and I think it worked out really well. As far as like Old Righteousness Gone, Anthro kind of has his own style too. Like as far as like sample kind of beats, he's not just like another sample guy. He kind of has like, you could listen to him and be like, oh, that's an Anthro beat. You know what I mean? Anthro has his own thing too. So it didn't sound like, just another dude making another sample beat. Anthro definitely has his own little meticulous ways on it, and that's good for him. And I hope, like I said, that he does something in the future and everything like that. But both Righteousness Gones are gonna like have a sound, whether the old one, the first two with me and Anthro, or the one me and you, and then going forward with Miggs, they're not gonna sound like any other group out there. You know what I mean?
No,
not
at all. No one's doing completely composed beats like that.
Nope.
We got Trinity of Shadows, and then another full length coming after that. So,
what's the next question?
Oh, we pretty much ran through all of them because I had How Did I Get Involved on the track where you covered that already in the beginning. You said it was Kinetic Click, and then you hit me up like, hey, I was living in New Hampshire at this time.
Were you?
Yeah, if you recorded this in 2000, no, I had to record it at Upcrown. Because 12, I was here, and I was recording my songs for Devil's Playground at the time with High Life. High Life recorded this album.
Yeah.
At Upcrown.
Yep.
So I recorded this there with you guys. I think I had the verse written for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, unless you want to go into more details on Righteousness Gone.
In the beginning of this song, it's like there's a girl that goes, come with me now, come with me now. And that was actually there's a rapper from CT. His name is Joey AX. He was I did a song with him on my Armageddon Ready album that we already did that album. But that was his girlfriend, and I was talking about yesterday how a lot of people hang out at the studio and stuff. So when this came time to record, we needed a girl to do that. I'm like, yo, who can we have do it? And I went in the other room, and she was there, and I'm like, could you sing? And she's like, kind of. And I'm like, would you mind doing this for us? And she kind of came in and did that, and that was just like a little behind the scenes thing. The whole "come with me now," that was like my boy's girl did that to make it add a little flavor for it. But other than that, I'm trying to think of what else. I said, wipe my ass with the shrouded turn. I like that line, wipe my ass with the shrouded turn, nourish my serpents, or nourish my purpose. I thought that was kind of a dope line.
Now, Righteousness Gone, old and new, there's a lot of religious biblical references within the group. Now, how would you describe the group in that sense? Is it?
Yeah,
some people might see it as like anti-religion. Like, what is it to you? Because you're very religious. Like you're.
Yeah, I am kind of. I'm spiritual.
You're spiritual.
I mean, it's just kind of like, I guess
Because you got the cover, you got the nun. You know what I'm saying? And you got Judas Kiss T-shirt. You got
the slit throat T-shirt.
Yeah, yeah.
It does come off rather sacrilegious, and I kind of want to give it that vibe. You know what I mean? Have like a whole, like I said, I really like the rap group Nadas. I kind of wanted to have a Nadas feel to it, and obviously Nadas, the way they do it is nation ahead of time in space, but obviously not as means Satan backwards, and three dudes from Detroit, and they rap real wicked. So I kind of wanted the whole sacrilegious themes throughout the whole thing, and kind of against organized religion and stuff like that. So we kind of kept it with that vibe throughout the whole. The second album is called Church. You know what I mean? It's got a church with in a graveyard. The cover is real sick on that one. We're gonna do that one obviously in the next couple
I like
weeks.
that cover.
Yeah, it's like got a Black Sabbath look to it. That one's coming up. So, yeah, that's about it.
Cool. That's all the questions I got for this week or this day. We'll see you guys this weekend.